Good morning, children. Welcome back to Social Studies tutorial. I hope you all are well at home. So, students, as you all know that in our last class we have completed chapter 2, latitudes and longitudes, locating places on the earth, in which we have learned that how latitudes are quite related with the temperature zones or the heat zones of the earth. Then we have also learned about the longitudes and time, that what exactly the relation between the longitude and time, then what is the standard time. So today we are going to start our next chapter, that is motions of the earth. So students, in this chapter motions of the earth, we are talking about the movement of the earth, which is basically that is of your rotation and revolution. But before moving ahead, let's recall some of the features of the earth, though we have already done in our first chapter. But just to connect our knowledge with this chapter, let's understand. So the earth is the third nearest planet to the sun, because there are different planets or the celestial bodies which revolve around the sun or spins around the sun. So earth is the third nearest planet to the sun. Then if we talk about in size, so in size earth is the fifth largest planet. Then as I have already told you that once we look at the globe, so you will be finding the model of the earth like this, that it remains slightly flattened at the pole, whereas it is bulged in the middle. That means somehow it is spreaded there in the middle. Then favorable conditions to support life, because earth is the planet where it supports the life, because there is the availability of water, land and air, which is the backbone for the survival, because without oxygen the living beings, especially the human fellow beings, cannot survive. Then there is neither too hot or too cold. Then there was means the earth has water and air, as I already explained you. And just because the earth is covered, 70% of the earth is covered with the water, so or the different water bodies, because of which it is called blue planet or the water planet. So students, now let's learn about the motions of the earth. As I told you earlier that earth rotates, means has its movement in two ways. First one is rotation, that the earth rotates on its own axis, which is tilted. And the second one is revolution, that the earth around the sun. Suppose if this is the sun, so the earth around the sun in a manner. This is called revolution. So this path which is fixed, this fixed path is called as an orbit. So now what the fact is, that how does that rotation, here I am talking about this movement of the earth. It is very mandatory to understand that how this rotation leads to the day and night, how it results in the day and night. So it is all about the sun rays. Students, as I told you earlier that there is there is a tilted way of either you can say that is at 23.5 degree at the northern hemisphere, or the 66.5 degree in the northern. So there is a tilted of the earth here, this one. So this one is at 23.5 degrees. So you can say this, that either it is at 66.5 degrees. So what exactly, when there is the sun reaches straight towards the front side of this globe, so what happens, that there is the part of the earth which gets the direct sun rays, so it leads to the days, whereas at the back side there is no sunlight, because of this there is a night. So now let's understand this concept in a better way. So these friends, the axis of the earth makes an angle of 66.5 degree with its orbital plane. What the orbital plane, as I told you that the fixed path of this is called orbit. So the earth is tilted while revolving around the sun, and it is spherical shape of the earth because it is flattened at the poles and bulges in the middle. So this shape is called spheroid or zooid. The portion which faces the sun experiences day, while the other half away from the sun experiences night. So that circle which can be shown on this diagram, that the circle is called a circle of illumination. Now, the Earth takes about 24 hours to complete one rotation around its axis. Then, it is called Earth Day or the Solar Day. The speed of rotation at any point along the equator is approximately 1671 km per hour, which decreases to zero at the poles. The Earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. Each place of the Earth just faces the different stages like the dusk, dawn, midnight, or the sunset. So what happens if we talk about dawn? So that it is the time of day just before sunrise, when the sun gets rise. So that is the time before the sunrise, when the eastern horizon, here you have to put your concentration on eastern horizon, starts getting lighter. On the other hand, if we talk about dusk, so this is the time of the twilight, or the time of the day just after the sun sets in the west. Sun sets in the west, because most of the sky is dark, but there is a lingering light along the western horizon. So here, like at the time of dawn, there was the eastern horizon. Here, if we, at the time of dusk, there is at the western horizon. So students, you must be very clear with these horizons. So students, now it's time to understand the one of the most question which sometimes come in our mind, that what would happen if there would be no rotation of the earth. Because as I told you that the day and night is the just result of the rotation. Even like there are the result in the tides or the ocean currents or the wind systems. These all are affected by the rotation, which is a movement of the earth. So it is very mandatory for us just to understand that what would be consequences if there would be no earth rotation. So the first one, because as I told you that there is the earth, and this one is your sun. So what happens that once the sun reaches at the one part, find this one, so the lighter part, what exactly the one side, if there would be no rotation, so the one side of the earth remains lighter, whereas the other side, means at the side which is at the back where the sun does not reaches, so that would remain darker. So what exactly what it can lead? It could lead that the lighter side would have in the extreme hot or the extreme temperature, whereas the darker side would remain freezing cold. So in those extreme conditions, life would not be possible. So there would not be life possible like in those extreme conditions. And the next and the last one, that the pattern of tide, wind systems, ocean currents would be very different what they are today. So these are the extreme conditions which may lead in the absence of the rotation. So these are the consequences. I hope you understood the session very well today, and will continue our session in the will just continue in the revolution, the second motion of the earth, that is revolution, in our next session. Till the time, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.